2, 3, fire!
Knights, Vikings, Samurai, Woolen, Outlanders, 4.
Welcome back, everybody. So we're so happy you're still with us to talk more about the gameplay and the animation of Varangian Guard. And who better to discuss all of that with us than these three amazing people on the couch with me today. We have, again, you know her, the queen of all animation, Vanessa is back with us. Our Lord and Savior, JC. Awesome talking about gameplay. And the designer of the Varangian Guard, Alex, is on the couch with us too. Hello and welcome to you all. How you doing today?
Hello
excited?
and welcome.
Such a great day. Yeah.
I can't believe Steph announced all of these things.
I know.
Right?
Really, Steph, save some for the rest of us. No, no, it's awesome. Yeah, what an exciting day, and like, love it. It's amazing. But let's dive into it because I'm sure people really want to start to see, you know, what the Varangian Guard can do, what it's all about. So let's start with JC. Like, if you could describe this hero in 3 words, like, what would you say?
3 words. That's not enough words, but
You're already over 3. I'm sorry.
so
No.
when we're building this hero, right, where there's 3 very, very specific aspects that we're looking for. The first one is we want to create a more support hero. It's something we haven't really had in For Honor, to have a hero that's really built around supporting your allies in a more defensive manner, because our second keyword is defensive, right? So we want to have a support defensive hero that really you feel like you want to get close to your allies and help them in battle, not necessarily with ganking, but more with helping them succeed. And we'll see how that pans out with a moveset that's a little bit different, but it's pretty interesting. And finally, we were really focusing a lot as well on the tactical aspect of this hero, as well as like where to position yourself, how to position yourself, when do you use specific moves, having a lot of skill-based play there, with how to time your attacks, how to time your abilities, to make sure everything's great, and really have a good tactical control of battle. So I'm super excited, really, really awesome. We have like something pretty cool to show off.
Nice,
I'm excited.
Nice. Exciting.
Yeah.
Yep,
I'm excited
can't wait to look into that too. But you know, we also want to know. We also know that, you know, apart from the game design too, so much of the work too is a big animation component. So it looks good. So Vanessa, can you tell us what it was like to work on like this new Varangian Guard as well?
I mean, going back to Viking, finally.
Yes.
That was so great to dive back into their. You know, it's the first Viking with the armor that she has.
That's right.
So it's like the challenge that we had in
It's
the
her first
animation
Viking
to
in a
represent
while.
The wildness of the Viking, the rawness, but she's not just that.
Mhm.
Like her background and the fact that she went away and the training that she got. And she's also the daughter of a warlord, so, you know, maybe you show her 1 or 2 trick, you know. So all of that was really, really important for me and for the animation team to create something that will be represented. So all the rawness of the Viking, but also the discipline and the defensive too. So because she has a big shield and she wants to use it. So.
Right. And speaking of which, because I know Raph demonstrated
Raph
a bit,
showed before me.
but I wanted to pull him on this side because I really wanted to play
Yes.
with him too. But yeah, like these are the props.
Yes, those
right?
were the actual props from the mocap.
Yeah.
They're pretty heavy, right?
They're
Yes.
sizable.
They're
yeah.
pretty heavy. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
heavy. So they are to scale as well from in game. So it's really funny. But because it's really heavy and because the mocap actor needs to swing left and right for
Right.
8 hours, do the nav and all of that. Sometimes we use the berserker axe
Oh, just
right there, which is also the shaman axe too.
Hey.
Because you look at a scale comparison, right?
Yeah. I feel a little.
It's
Yes.
real different.
I know, I was like-
we can say these are the same
Like-
weapon, right?
I'm like, I feel a little small compared to this.
And sometimes it's, I mean, it's of course important to have the right weight for the actor to be able to
Yeah.
represent the animation.
Yeah.
All they
And
need
she's
is
very heavy, like
the
player
Raiders
will notice
axe,
when they
and the Raiders
play
axe is
them,
a lot
play
more
her,
bigger
like
than
she's-
those.
You can feel the heaviness, and for me, it was really important to represent that.
It's
But
like
I
the
need to keep them
Raiders,
upright
like
once in a while and
large.
not break their arms, so this one must
The
be this one
Viridian
too, so-
Guards
Most
is
factors are
medium.
Really, really, really.
Yeah,
And the
this
Shaman
is for this,
Berserkers
you
is
know,
small.
it's,
Humans, right?
Exactly, and I mean the
Different
length
types
of
of, axis
the pole as well.
sizes.
Like sometimes you do a swing, but we need to take into consideration that it's not clipping and all of that. So, yeah, a lot of thing to think about. But it's pretty neat to have them real size
Yeah.
like this.
I love our props department.
Yeah, I
like, they're
know.
so so cool.
The thing is, I find it's interesting you're talking about how, you know, she's heavy, the weapons are heavy, because It's our first heavy hero in quite a while. I know a lot of players
Yes.
were
Oh, it's a heavy.
excited to go like, oh, we're doing hybrid.
Oh, there we go, dude.
We're super happy to be able to have a
Yeah.
new.
I was talking about
hero.
this on my last video
what you just
about what
mentioned
we know so far about the brand new
defensiveness
hero.
of
We
this
didn't
character,
actually
it's
know
all taken
what
into
the brand new
consideration
hero,
to create those
what the
animations,
brand new
so all the
hero,
heaviness,
its
the
class is
risky
going to
behavior
be.
stuff
Either
of
if it was
this
going to be
armor,
like a heavy,
yeah, this
or a
one down,
vanguard,
so-
or is it
And
going to be
she's also
another
fast.
hybrid again? Nope,
The shield
it's
is
another heavy.
permanent because she's
Huh.
defensive, yes. But in the gameplay,
Kinda wish it was a Vanguard,
she's gonna
though.
use it a lot.
Because now we have like 3 heavies now.
We'll see, yeah.
Yeah, kinda wish it was kinda like a
heavy.
I mean, a Vanguard, but, you know.
Because one of the
What
things
you do.
that's also super important to us when we're building.
now we
a
now
new
know
hero, even
the
though
brand
like,
new
we
heroes are
have
heavy now.
Vikings with axes, right? We have Vikings with swords, we have Vikings with shields, we have Vikings with like all sorts of
Yes.
weapons. But then if you're looking at this and you think, oh yeah, it's kind of like Warlordish, it's really, really not.
It's
right?
very challenging to create a new silhouette
Yeah.
with sometime a weapon that we already have. So
Actually, a lot of
their shield
people
is pretty unique. Like
Yeah,
the
so
kite,
the
were
shield-
speculating that the brand new hero was going to have a
Yeah,
scythe
it's
for a
shorter
weapon.
than other hero, but longer. So it's a pretty good.
That'd be
her silhouette
cool.
is pretty unique. When
Yeah.
you
I mean, we
wear
do
it,
have
it's
kind of like a
completely
scythe
different. Still Viking,
execution.
but different. So.
Also
Yeah,
with the
I-
pointy
Sorry, we do have
helmets.
kind of like a
I
scythe
love how,
execution
like,
in the
when
game.
we're doing the mocap and
So,
we're talking about how
I won't be surprised
the
if they
aspect
come
that
out with a
Steph
brand new
mentioned
hero
earlier, right?
with a
She's still a
scythe.
Viking. She's still violent.
surprised.
There's still a lot of
Absolutely.
strength behind her attacks, like with the axe that embeds, that sort of stuff. So it's super cool. But at the same time, there's still a more controlled element to how she is. She's not as wild as the other Vikings. That kind of proof of her training and how that sort of thing works. So it's I'm super excited. I'm really happy that we're able to kind of build this type of Viking that feels Viking,
Yes.
but is different from
Yes.
other Vikings. So it's really,
And
really
all
cool.
those elements were taken into consideration to.
You really do feel the like
Nice.
Yeah,
initiate combat and control, and then you get into the chain and
think
it goes
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe that's a good chance. Alex, like are we show some
It's
hands-on
time.
time now? Are you gonna? What can you
yeah,
tell
sure.
us about
It's fine.
the Varangian
It's,
Guard?
Let's jump into the game to look at the character.
Gameplay!
You can see pretty unique silhouette. Also, massive shout out to the animation team just for the twitching stance.
Yeah, it looks
Oh
amazing,
my
right?
God, you
We take a
feel
lot
the
of
weight
time
so
for
much.
the change stance. Yes.
Like I could do that for an hour. Alright, so here we have a heavy hero. So those heroes tend to be a bit less extravagant in terms of the amount of moves. So we have a 2-hit chain, right? So light, heavy, 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 light,
Like heavy, yeah.
etc. So first, let's go with the lights. We really wanted to do a superior block focus hero. So all of our lights have super you can see the ones in chains as well. You'll see later whenever she has other lights, it will also have a superior block. That's just a theme that's going to be recurrent.
The lights are also enhanced. It's great for offense as for a 2-hit hero. It's pretty
Exactly. In arcade, you want to get to your finishers, so make a lot of sense. And also, like, that weapon is quite heavy. It kind of really fits with the character as a whole. And then for the heavies, the heavy finishers are unblockable. So you can see like this wild swings. And if you notice, the axe gets embedded into the opponent in what we call the Aesir state. So what does that mean? When you embed the axe in the opponent, you can do a headbutt to just reset your chain.
Oh shit, you can do a head, the warlord's
So you can
headbutt.
dodge that headbutt. In which case you can guard break them. If they do dodge attack, they will beat your guard break. So in this case, you can also just bait them to do it, parry or dodge or whatever.
To point out that headbutt for all you frame checkers out there is 400 milliseconds. It is fully unreactable. We've done tests with people that have borderline superhuman reactions, and they were not able to react to them at all. So that's great.
Nice.
A very, very potent mix-up.
Exactly. Of course, for the chains, you can also do the zone attack. And to the finisher.
Yeah, so zone into light as well. So like all like zone acts as a opener basically.
Yeah. Then I guess we should jump into the specials.
Yeah.
First, let's look at that sprint attack because it's a top attack.
That's
So
pretty
it's kind
unique.
of quite unique. The dive in. You really feel the weight of the weapon as
Yeah.
she crashes down. And yeah, of course you can go to the chain.
Exactly, right? Like we usually tend to do, so it's great. You have dodge attacks as well?
Yeah, so side dodge light, front dodge light. As you can see, because they're light attacks, they have this spear block property. So like if you attack me in top heavy, for example, I can just... Yay!
There you go, wow, that's pretty good.
And then for the openers, of course you have your enhanced light that helps, but with that shield, people are pretty used to just having a bash opener. Same as other heroes in terms of timing, so this helps you to get into that chain, get an extra way to open.
And then that opener goes to that bash.
Yeah.
That shield bash goes to your openers, right?
Yeah,
so it doesn't go to
exactly.
your second hit in your chain. So it does open up for chains where you get a chance to get a little bit deeper.
Exactly. You can just reset your chain. Various ways. Important to note, because we didn't mention it during the chain, she doesn't have a bash and chain. Her heavy finishers are already unblockable, so you're kind of gonna do your mix-ups with those instead.
And so that was a conscious choice that we made as well, because her defense is quite potent, right? Having chain lights that, actually finisher lights that have superior block, they have like a long delay windows, a lot of stuff we can do with that. So we wanted to really focus on her defense there. And there's another little move that we want to talk about right now, right?
Yes. So with shields come great responsibility in a down stance. But this one is quite different. So first, it's kind of like a Ramusha, where it's just a temporary base one.
Oh!
You can cancel your attack recoveries into it as well.
She's
but
got
of course, I can
Onimusha's
get
thing.
token, and I can get hit in the recovery. So it's just you're gonna get those moments where you can bait the dodge attack, for example, go into your down stance. But you got to be careful because you got to time it. And then if we look at the follow-ups, so let's see. You have the heavy, which is unblockable. There's something special here we can do in any stance. I think that's the first time we do that with.
Yeah, it's the first time that we end up having like those type of follow-ups be. You can pick your stance. It's very, very much the core of For Honor to be able to attack in a specific stance, choose where you're going. And this also adds like another layer of depth to this hero a little bit, where it's like, well, I can pick my stance, I can go in a situational manner where I have somebody on my left, somebody on my right, what am I going to do with it? And so like the other follow-ups are also interesting as well, right? So
so you get your top heavy for max damage, the side one if you want to hit someone on your side. You have the light attack. Of course, they have superior block as well, and can chain. You have the zone attack, so that's if you have like multiple people around you, for example. And just get away from the option. And then you got the bash. That bash can wall splat as well. So of course you can use it to ledge someone, but it can be used as well just to top heavy for a little bit more damage. Now some of you may have noticed whenever I do block GC, the animation on the other side is quite different than usual. That's a place where we decided, let's try something new, where whenever you block someone with this, you will bind them. Right? Yeah. So that causes some difference. One, it gives you more time to decide what you want to be doing after, because you have so many options.
Yeah, you can delay the follow-up like quite a bit.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, right? Because it gives you like a lot of control over when you're going to do stuff. It gives you a little bit more time to think, a little bit more time to look around what's going on around you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
It also means that if you block a trajectory, like let's say someone's attacking GC, but I'm in the way of the trajectory and I downstand, I'm just going to interrupt them. The attack will never reach GC.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, you know what, you have other heroes that can kind of like, babysit gang, what we call it. Like you stay on the sidelines, you hold your full block and you just wait there. And then you kind of like hope to catch trajectories, and sometimes you do. They don't necessarily bounce. You get your follow-up, but it doesn't feel as good. So in this case, this is a big part of the support hero, right? So we want to be able to give her a way to very, very effectively counter those big, massive trajectories that we have in group fights. There's a mid-giant in the opposing team. No big deal. I'm going to get there. I'm going to tap down, block their big, big trajectories, be able to counter them, save my allies, save a lot of people. So that's really great. But that is also a big part of why it's timed, right? So we wanted to have like that skill-based aspect here, a little bit like we have with BP, where like you have to time things a little bit better. You can't just go and hold down. It doesn't last forever. So it really rewards skillful play, timing, understanding, knowing how fast attacks are, slow they are, how you're able to like manipulate the situation around you to really be able to vastly punish your opponents really, really well. That's
Exactly.
super cool. And then, like as we'll see, the entire feat set, like most of the feat set revolves around being able to like block and support your allies there as well. That's a big, big, big part of this hero.
Exactly. There's another thing that we did. So you know when you parry someone at 1 HP, and then their friend attack you, and then you parry their friend, and then you're like, oh, I can't kill you now. You recovered. Well, let's fix that with this nonsense. So because we're pushing a bind on the opponent, the more people that you block, everyone will be binded by the knock of the shield. So then it kind of allows you to choose your target. That's something that other heroes don't have. Normally, if I block someone externally with a down stance, my follow-up is going to be on them. With Varangian, you can choose your target, and no matter who you block, you're always going to be able to hit whoever you blocked. And you can also, if someone tries to peel you, you can just attack the external as well, as we see in the video.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Because you can choose your target, we put a lot of effort into a new tech where she will detect where the hit is coming from. And
That's a
as
bit
you
of a
see
new
in the video
change.
right now,
I like
she'll
that.
just play an animation accordingly while still looking at her target.
Well, there's a lot of animation in this system.
Yeah.
Because we had to really plan ahead on like every direction from the player that you're locked on and you're fighting, but if it's coming there, but if somebody's coming on the other way, so from there going on the other side, the shield's pretty big, don't forget that. So,
We got
so
swing
how
it
do we
around.
do it? How do we turn all of that? It looks simple, but it's pretty complex, and it really gives the defensive like feeling of this character
Yeah.
that she can protect you if you fight with her on your team. It feels good.
It gives you
feels
that
good.
cool, like, you know, cool girls don't look like explosions type of feel, you know? It's
Exactly.
super awesome, but I find, like, even what Alex was talking about, like, the tactical aspect here of I can block multiple people, and what's super cool is that if you manage to block 4 people, right, you have the time to choose who you're going to pick and who you're going to do your follow-up against. And that's kind of part of the tech that we've built for this hero where if I block a single person, I have my follow-up against that single person. It's good. If I block 2, I have time to choose which one of the 2. If I block 4, you have time for all 4. And as soon as you throw an attack, everybody that you did bind with your block kind of gets out of it. So there's no real situations where you're going to get punished by somebody that you blocked by because you did something else. And it's really all about like making those choices, making sure that you have that control in your hands and have like perfecting the skill, the situational awareness, knowing what's going on around you. It's amazing for this. And again, like the animation team did a wonderful
Yes.
job. Alex did a wonderful job there as well. Making sure that we keep that feeling of I'm blocking in direction. We don't have like, you know, spinning around like we have with other heroes when they block. It looks really, really good there.
And
Like
it's important to mention that the GPP team as well
Yeah.
like worked a lot on this.
at
Up.
the
Yeah,
programmers,
it was
there was
really
a
like
lot of
a
work.
group effort to make it work.
Yeah, this
And
was
behave
not
the
a
way
this was not a simple topic
No.
to tackle
Yeah,
for
not
the
at all.
team,
No, no,
but
You guys pulled it off amazing. So it's
Yeah.
super great.
Looks great.
really cool.
All right. So
yeah,
we want to talk about feats a little bit?
Yeah, I think we're at the feats now.
Yeah, we have a little video,
so,
right?
Yeah, let's go. We're gonna run the video. So the first feat is called Take Shelter. So this is part of her support kit. Whenever you land a superior block, you can see the little sphere going to the Valkyrie and it heals her, but it doesn't heal Varangian. The Varangian guy.
Oh.
So that means that you're basically just going to be standing there in team fights, healing all of your allies. You're keeping them healthy. Of course, it's quite a potent heal, so you're not healing yourself. That's kind of the...
Yeah, and there's no cooldown on it, and it triggers off of every super block, so your full block and as well your crushing counters when you're using your lights.
Exactly.
So it triggers off of all that, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Now, for the feat 2, because your feat 1 is not keeping you alive, we have Mystia Ward, which is whenever you superior block an attack, you will gain a big defense buff for a short duration. That's kind of like the Lawbringer feat 3.
Yeah, it's kind of like Righteous Deflection, right? But it's on superior block instead of being on pack.
Exactly. Just to make sure that whenever you're in those big team fights that you don't go down too fast. And now, to go back into the support, here's the Aesir Aura. So that one is every single time you land an unblockable heavy, you will pulse a AoE that will give a little attack buff to you and your friends. So that really allows you get that Aesir bind with the heavy, and then you and your friend can kind of take advantage of it with the damage buff.
So all of this kind of plays into the support and the defensive and tactical aspects that we talked about. That is really great there.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got feed 4.
Yep, and then feed 4. Reclaim the land. So going back to fight the uncle.
Hey, it's the
So
Highlanders
as you
for
see,
free.
it seems like it's a projectile from the sky. So
But it looks like
kinda
they dropped
a
the
spear
banner
spawn.
with it
Acts
too.
kind of like a catapult, so you cannot do it indoor. So there's going to be a bunch of spears that fall into your enemy for damage, and then it's going to leave a Doom Banner, which is, if people are familiar, it's the Berserker feat 2, so it plants a banner, and then every enemy's inside of it is going to have lesser defense. And
Yeah, debuffs defense. So it's
Yeah.
really great for like point control.
There's a bit of a
stuff.
change
You get
right
in,
there.
you throw that, there's a bunch of people in there. Even if they dodge out, well then.
Now some people are
you
going to
go
be
into that
saying,
banner
"Oh,
and
it's the same
try
thing
to
as a
get-
Highlander,"
so it
but
feels again,
it doesn't
feeds
have a
into all
banner.
aspects. It's
exactly.
Highlanders one doesn't have a banner.
like
This one
we're
does.
going there, there's a banner,
Bit of a change.
attack everyone, get the buff, heal everyone,
Yeah.
embed your axe in people.
There you go. Works really good.
Easy.
Super easy.
Right.
Great. Yeah, so definitely a lot of really cool like defensive options, tactical, like you were talking about here. Just such a huge support character, which is really fun. Like I like that a lot personally, so I can't wait to play her next week as well. Do you have some other things you want to show off though too? Right?
Yeah.
I think we have the
We have a video
emote
for
and the
emotes.
Yeah,
execution
Oh, yeah.
and
Let's go
emotes.
see.
As well, yeah. Max
So let's
King
jump
Kuda.
into the emotes.
Yes.
So we got the combat emotes here.
There you go.
Uh,
So we have all the emotes for her, representing herself. Like she rally people around her, like the Doom Banner, exactly. Like it's a bit that, like the banner that comes in. You want to be with her when you fight. Yeah, some also like fun emote because
Super cool emotes, yeah.
Some other fun ones. Yeah.
I mean we have So yeah.
You want to
So
recreate the trailer? You get all the emotes to recreate the trailer. That's super
yeah. No, exactly. It really showed the personality of the character itself, and of course, player customization. It's really fun to be the one that call out your allies. So
cool. It's a huge aspect of For Honor.
yeah,
It's
it is.
amazing.
It is. Yeah, sometimes things don't work as
yeah.
intended. So
All right, so we're gonna have executions that'll be coming up
Yes.
shortly. as
But
well.
she's got to
This-
finish
yeah.
stretching.
Yeah,
though.
she
This
has
is
to finish
super
stretching.
I
important.
really like this,
Yeah.
this emote.
It
It's like
looks
I
amazing.
mean,
you press
those
it,
weapons
like-
are heavy. So sometimes you just have to
It also
Push it out a
reminds
bit,
you,
a bit.
like when you game, you gotta stretch sometime. Take a
Yes.
little
Yeah,
bit of
yeah,
water.
Worked very well. Okay, cool. So we've got those, and we have executions. as well.
yes,
You
the
show off a little bit?
execution.
They-
That's
Oh,
it.
let's see it.
So good.
Executions.
So good.
So you really feel the heaviness of this fighter in
Oh,
those executions.
why in
I
the
love like how we
face.
kind of handled the shield with like
Yes.
kind of punching with the shield as
She
well.
really used it more like as a
Ouch.
defensive tool, yes, but
Backbreaker.
also as
It's pointy, you know.
Yeah,
Ouch.
I mean, it has a dual like you can use it as to protect, but also to attack.
Yeah.
Which she
Jesus.
does.
And this is
Lord
where also
have
like
mercy.
the violent Viking part of it
Yes.
comes into play, right? It's like
exactly what Stefan was saying in the beginning.
exactly right. So she's
God
more
damn.
controlled and stuff, but when you look at these executions,
Brutal as
you
hell,
see her
dude.
Viking
Awesome.
side really come out. And
Yes.
it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna,
She's violent, but not.
Good executions for her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very, very controlled violence.
It's kind of
You
like the
don't wanna have
fatalities
this
from Mortal
accident.
Kombat.
Exactly.
That's for
I
sure.
think everybody does. No, it looks very painful. Well, yeah, those look amazing. Really cool. Great work on the animation team. Again, putting all that together. Just super bloody and violent and horrifying to think about. So great stuff, as always. So, Alex, so, I mean, we've talked a lot. We've showed off a lot here. But if you were to say, just maybe for new players who are coming in, like wanting to start playing the Varangian Guard, what would be like maybe the closest character facsimile in the game right now, just so they can get used to it.
It feels kind of a mix in between, I would say, like Warlord, surprisingly, and Aramusha, in the sense that the down stance is temporary, like Aramusha, and you can do it after your recoveries. So you kind of get like kind of all of the heaviness of the Warlord, and those recovery cancel of Aramusha. Yeah.
There's a bit of Black Prayer in there as well. Like
Oh, yeah,
you
for
also
sure.
like do stuff from external trajectories. That's really good there as well.
Yeah. Like, if a new player picks it up, it's Like, just get into your chain, try to learn how to use those recovery cancels in group fights, and it should be good.
Nice.
It's great because the hero's not like it's simple to play, like it's easy to pick up, but it's really hard to master every little detail with it. That's really good.
Exactly. Your positioning, what attack to use when to defend.
Super great.
Just like
So with
every
all of that
hero.
too, like how do you, JC? How do you
Every
feel
hero
like this
is
is going
hard
to
to
impact like
master.
the overall meta? You know, the big
Team
the
competition, right? So,
competitive, all that.
So one of the big things that we were keeping in mind while designing this hero is, as the game has been moving more towards big group fights, big wide trajectories, the meta has been super impacted by this. Why we've seen the rise of Magi, rise of like heroes like Janjung and stuff that have those big hits, those big hit boxes around them. So this hero was built to be a counter to this, right? So it's, if there is a Varangian guard on the opposing team, you have to be careful where you're going to be throwing your attacks, how you're going to be doing your stuff. Yes, it's not a super hard counter, but it still works really quite well there. So we're really expecting to be able to see her more into those compositions where you need to defeat opposing teams that are really using those group fight tools that we've been building all over this past year and a half. So it's really built around this. We had this in mind while we were building this hero, as well as when we were like buffing up group fights. But this is how I really feel like it's going to go, both in regular gameplay and in competitive. Right? Because in regular, it's going to happen once in a while. You can be able to block one of those trajectories. But at competitive level, I've seen the players that we're going to be seeing playing later use her very effectively, use all those superior blocks, use that full block, all of these things really well. So I can really see her getting picked in a lot of situations and be very effective.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think you've described the meta, I know during the development, as like, this is a character where like she wants to be supporting her group, her team. So you, as an opponent, you want to kill her, but it's really hard to kill her because she's constantly supporting her team. So like,
exactly,
yeah, it's
right?
like
So, that's a bit part of it where you want to like make sure that she's there, she's a threat, and it's one of the first few times where you're like, well, I have to kill this hero first. And we built with that in mind, right? With all those defensive tools that make her harder to kill. So it's all those little aspects that kind of blend together that make for something super interesting. And the other thing that we were hoping to have is, if you're playing this game and you have a friend that's starting or whatever, you can play with them and stick close to them and actually actively help them in group fights and protect them and defend them. And it fits really well with the hero's thematic, but also with what we're kind of gameplay elements and where we're trying to push the game.
Awesome. Super cool. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for sharing all of that, and Vanessa, too, for being on the couch.
Thank you.
Anything else you'd like to say?
I mean, thanks to the animation team, Ricardo, Nawel, and Michel. I mean, all their great work on this hero. Honestly, I'm really excited for the player to
Fred
play
on the
with her a little
VFX,
bit.
at the
I mean,
Like honestly, like
animation are
every
amazing.
department that we have, like so from
Yes.
animation, from the fight team, like the entirety of the fight team always participates in the development of every single hero. We all work hard together to push this as far as we can. But then we have the programming side of it that they did a
they
ton
have
of work.
quite a lot on this
The
one.
VFX department had a lot of work on their plate as well. So it's a big collaborative effort. Like massive shout outs to everybody on these teams. We've all worked super hard, and like we have everything to be proud of. It's really good.
Amazing, too. Cool, thank you. We hope you're as excited as we are, and if you want to see the next stage of all this, well, what better chance than what's coming up next? We have exhibition matches with some very special players who joined us in the studio live, who are going to be doing some hands-on real scrimmage matches using the Varangian Guard. So you don't want to miss that, so stick around, because we'll be right back. Thank you, guys.
Cool. Dude, that right there, man, dude, was like quesadilla good. That quesadilla, man, that shit was good. Okay, so, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna go ahead and skip the exhibition matches because, just for the heck of it, because sometimes they actually do take long, and I just want to go ahead and get to all like the main details of of the live stream. With exhibition matches, basically you getting a glimpse of what the hero looks like in gameplay, but it's gonna be better once we go ahead and get the hero, once we start playing as her. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip this. Because I remember last time they did this with the Magi. When the Magi was released, and they did actually do an exhibition match, and they didn't show that much with the Magi. So, yeah. Jesus Christ, this is long. Oh yeah, and that's that they start doing the interviews. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and skip to some of the main important stuff. Again, if anybody wants to go ahead and watch the exhibition matches, you can go ahead and watch it on your own. But for me, I just want to go and get to the main things of of the live stream. So yeah, so that way you can save time right here when it comes to my videos. That quesadilla was good. Woo.
Welcome back. I am joined once again by the always wonderful Alex. How are you doing today?
Absolutely fantastic.
So happy to have you back on the Den.
Lovely to be here.
So today we've got, with the new hero, we've got new armor variations coming. But before we get to those armor variations, we're going to talk a little bit about the event pass, which is coming up February 1st through February 22nd.
Ooh.
We've got the Varangian Guards Pledge. And so, Alex, what can you tell us about the rewards?
So, in this event pass, we have the Guards Commitment Battle Outfit, which is very Varangian inspired. It's got a little bit of mosaic patterning, really get you into the spirit of being a Varangian. For the mood effect, it is Catla's Quarry, with a symbol that you'll really become very familiar with throughout the TU. Yeah.
And Catla's such a great name. I just love that for her.
The ornament is Guard Loyalty. This one is a shield, really getting into that mindset of being a human shield, guarding others.
That's going to look great on the shoulder slot. I already have a couple heroes in mind that I'm going to put that drip onto. Looking forward to that. So again, you can get those in the free event pass February 1st through February 22nd. But I said armor variations, and I know that's what the people want. So, what can you tell us about the armor variations coming up and some of the design aspects that players should look for?
Sure. So, this TU, we're going to have the continuation of the set that we started last season. So, last season we got our Knights and Samurai. This TU, we're going to be bringing Viking, Wulin, and Outlanders. So it is kind of light colors, very clean. In fact,
we got another variation of that armor.
This entire year.
Of the new armor set for Highlander.
I, for one, appreciate because I'm a big materials fan.
Oh yeah, this is also Lalo's first new
for me,
armor variation.
To be like, let me go to someone who's got some shine on it.
Exactly, it's fantastic for customization. This is
actually no, not that first. What am I talking about? Second. Sorry, he got one in
and anytime
season 3.
Our
My bad.
Jungle
Sorry.
Boy gets some more drip added in, that's a good day. So you can look for these coming, like I said, February 1st through February 22nd. And then, shout out to the team, really.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to the team in Chengdu and the team here in Montreal that helped to create these armor variations. They worked really hard on them, and we can't wait for players to get their hands on them.
Yeah, and so that's all we have for this segment. I want to thank you for joining us.
Short-ass segment.
Everyone at home for tuning in. Stay with us because we'll
this
be
whole
right
live stream
back.
has been focused only on the
We've
hero.
got patch notes with JC, the Lord and Savior. So don't go anywhere. We're going to show you the complete armor variations video right now, and then we'll be back with JC.
Okay, armor variations. They do good ones for the Vikings, especially with the new Viking hero coming out. Let's wait and see. I already saw the Highlanders one and it looks awesome. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. And we just got this armor set, dude. We just got this armor set, what, last season? So we have another variation of that. Really cool. Really cool. Yeah, man. Now, since we have ourselves a Viking hero that actually does have, some nice armor to them, they need to go ahead and step up to the rest of the Vikings now. So, hopefully, they can go ahead and do that next year. Because it's gonna be really weird having one Viking that has good armor, then the rest of the Vikings don't have that much good armor. Even though, again, there are some armor variations that actually do kind of give some of the Vikings proper armor, but I think people just want more of it. So yeah, like more chainmail, gambison, and kind of like what the Highlander got, kind of like that plate, like or scale. The wooden armor looks great though. Next up, hey, we got another variation of this one. I was wondering when we're gonna be getting another one. Magi, got another variation of this one. This one is a lot more cleaner. Because I don't know if you guys know, but the developers did say that when it comes to the armor variations, they wanted to go ahead and fit the season for this year. So for the first half of the season, we actually got ourselves like dark armor for all the characters. And now for the second half of the year, wait, did I say season? I wouldn't say year, yeah. But for the second half of the year, they're gonna be coming out with light armor. So we got black armor, and now we have white armor. So yeah, and there we go. So now, all the heroes have all their armor variations for this year, and now we have to go ahead and wait until next year and see what the other armor will look like. Now, are they gonna go and do the same thing as what they did this year? Yeah. I'll just go ahead and do what they did because we know it kind of looks like we're no longer going to be getting like
thank you for joining us for this
like,
next segment where we're going to go into
4
the patch notes
sets
with, once
of
again,
armors every
Lord
year.
Saber
Now I think
JC,
it's going to be
welcome back to the
2
couch,
sets
sir.
of armor
Thank you
every
very
year.
much. Thank you very much.
All right.
And the
Good, yeah,
reason
good
why
to
they're
have
going to
you
be doing
back
that is
too.
because
I mean,
now
we
that we're
just
going to
saw
be
some
getting a lot
incredible
more
exhibition
heroes,
matches there.
they want to
Like,
go
really
ahead
cool
and
to
try
see
to
those
cut that
results.
back, which I know a lot of people aren't really happy about that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We were like in the back there watching the rest.
and I think it kind of saves
Yeah,
time
no,
for
so
them,
much
which
fun.
is
I love
understandable.
to just to see that the new players on that too. We saw some cool customization as well from the last team, and now we're here to talk a bit about patch notes.
Yep.
It's be pretty straightforward this time, I think.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. We're really focusing for now for really nerfs to 2 specific heroes that are above the curve right now in the meta, right? So we're going to talk about first about the patch. Yeah, Shinobi, right? So Shinobi's overperforming right now. Damage curve is a little bit too high. So what we've done is lowered the damage of their heavy openers and light openers by 2, so to 22 and 12 respectively. So this is the same type of curve that we have on Orochi, right? So before, because you have those combo lights afterwards, his damage output was a little bit too high. So by reducing this, he's more back in line with other heroes that have these types of attacks. If it's still a problem, we can always look back at them a little bit later. But for now, we want to go into that direction. And then we also nerfed the teleport damage. That's his deflect. So it used to deal 24. It now deals 20. So the reason there is essentially this is one of the better deflects. It breaks armor, and then it leads to a very, very potent mix-up. So because of this, like we felt like we really need to lower the damage there a little bit. We've looked a lot at the comp scene and the data, and that seemed to be like a very, very like it's a targeted nerf to that specific ability because it's so strong. Because Shinobi has a very good ability to deflect with a double dodge. Right. We want to address the damage first, and then we see again where that can lead.
Okay. Very
and
cool.
next up we have Aphira. So Aphira is also overperforming. So we're doing some slight changes here. First off, the side light openers and finishers now have a bit less range. So if you remember, you probably remember,
I remember.
when we launched Aphira, so those side lights had really, really bad range. And so we increased it so that you would be able to hit external targets a little bit better. But over time, as players learn the hero more, get more comfortable with her, we saw that that extra range is actually a bit too strong, especially when you're outnumbered, because these attacks have crushing counters, right? They have superior block. So because of this, it made her really, really difficult to approach in team fights. She could hit you before you could try to hit her. So we've tried to really reduce that effectiveness there a little bit. We're not going too far. You can still hit people externally. We didn't go back to what they were at launch, but they're kind of like, it's a nice little middle point, right?
Right.
So to make sure that she's not overbearing and too difficult to fight when you're in team fights with her.
Gotcha.
Then we also lowered the top heavy finisher from top heavy opener rather, sorry, from to 25 from 27, and the left red moon from 16 to 10. So this is another targeted nerf here, specifically to our wall splat ability. So essentially, left red moon is what you do as a left heavy as your finishers. It displaces, it can wall splat, and you would do a top heavy that would deal 27, right? So you deal 16. Then 27 off of a bash that you can access after heavy parries, after a lot of situations. This was like a bit too strong. So as a first step, we're lowering this damage, right? So it's been lowered by 8 right now. We still want to see if this is going to be enough. If it is not enough, we will take further action. But for now, we'd rather we take like smaller steps to get into a comfortable position, but not make the hero too bad to play and make these moves useless. So that's the philosophy, right? We're trying to go a little bit step by step, see where we go, see where we land. If it's still too high, we always have the luxury of lowering it, right? Yeah. And so it's one of those things that we like to take our time and to not like annihilate a hero and just go nerf it down to oblivion. That kind of feels good there.
Makes sense to me.
So that's pretty much it for patch notes. It's targeted nerfs, like I said, very important to have.
Oh, that's it? Oh, wow.
Of,
that's a short one.
Changes here.
Usually the patch notes are actually like a lot. This one is short now.
Banned in some competitive circles, so we wanted to make sure that they were.
We're actually almost at the end of the stream, so yeah. Well, of course, the whole freaking live stream was solely based on the brand new Varangian guard hero. So
for all of you out there, we do watch, we do listen, and one of the ways we do that through is through the use of Bug Reporter. You've probably heard us talk about this on the Den before, but we actually have a really useful tool for recording bugs and providing that kind of information directly to the team through a tool called Bug Reporter. So while we do want to continue to use this, and we encourage you all to use this, we wanted to just make a little specification to that. It really is for bugs.
Whoa.
Issue is that we tend to also see a lot of feedback.
Oh, what the hell? The freaking audio just went down.
Reporter, this is it's not bad to give feedback. We don't want to.
Speaking of bug reporters,
definitely not.
Yeah, for sure. And we just really want to kind of encourage you to use like more of our social media channels or places like Reddit or other forums to kind of go and provide.
Yeah, speaking of bug reporters, we had like a bit of an audio issue.
And keep Bug Reporter mostly for bugs.
Or did he say something?
Go through and review that stuff.
That was supposed to be.
We want them to make sure that they're focusing on.
I think maybe that's why.
So we can find the best fixes.
Yeah, I think maybe really people use the Bug Reporter to be kind of like
overall. So please, Bug Reporter for bugs.
Annoying. Maybe that's why.
Other kind of feedback
I think maybe that's why they had to censor what he was saying, because I think some people were actually being a bit of
forums, all of those kind of fun things.
Pain in the ass when it comes to the Bug Reporter, and not
Twitch and Brian
doing it the proper way. Maybe that's why they had to censor him.
And I can
because they wouldn't have done that for no reason.
I can say from experience, we have a wonderful person on the team called Sam, who regularly sends me some of the bugs from the Bug Reporter to look at, to go, okay, so is this a bug? How do we enter this? What's going on right now? If it's like a one-time occurrence that it's like a fluke, or if it's an actual problem. So we do see these bugs really often. We have a look at them. We analyze them, see what it is. When it's feedback, usually we do take the feedback, but we'd rather it be somewhere else so that it's more digestible a little bit.
Exactly. So again, we hope that just kind of helps clarify that a bit too. Also, when you use Bug Reporter as well, again, this is a really great tool for us as a team, but it helps us more when you add a lot of information, pictures, screenshots, videos, links, stuff like that. It just helps us. So the more details, the more descriptive you can be, the easier it is for us to kind of investigate, track things down, find the best fixes on our side. So thank you for that. And a final note too, if you use Bug Reporter, which again we encourage you to do, go back and check it every now and then, because sometimes honestly we maybe have questions for you. So Bug Reporter kind of works two ways. You can send that information to us, but we may also kick it back to you and ask for more feedback, maybe more details, screenshots, videos, that kind of stuff. So add as much details as you can, and keep checking back in case maybe we have questions for you on the topic, but just know that we are using it.
Yeah, it happens really often where, like I said, Sam would send me a bug. I look at it, I go, it actually looks like a real problem, it's a real issue, but then we try to reproduce it. It can be really difficult, and it's a bit tricky. We're missing some information. So having that back and forth, that you took the time to enter a bug, we're super appreciative, and that if we come back to you, like, it's really useful as well, because if you really want those issues fixed, if we need more information, that means we really need it, and we can get onto it and actually fix it.
Absolutely. Cool. So thank you for that. And thank you, JC, again, for being here today to again introduce the Varangian, help out with all of that, and to go over the patch notes. So much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So stick around, though, because we're coming back with our wrap-up and outro, where we got some more awesome fun things to show you all. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Okay, well, that short one, that's short, man. That segment was short. But then again, you know, this whole live stream is solely based on the brand new heroes, so yeah. The brand new heroes was actually the main event of the evening. And guess what? It was awesome. So yeah. So now, guys, we're heading towards the end, so we get to see what kind of new stuff they're going to be showing us when it comes to next week. Because, you know, when it comes to the wrap-up, they always give us a bit of a glimpse of what other stuff we're going to be seeing next week, like, you know, an execution, effect, or any other thing that they're going to be showing us. So, yeah. I'm excited for it. Next week is going to be awesome. It's going to be great for me, because, man, dude, coming back and doing the For Honor videos. Man, this year, man, this is gonna be my year, my freaking year when it comes to the For Honor videos. Last year didn't go so well, but this year, you bet your ass, this year's gonna be a lot more different. I'm also gonna be doing some other things too besides doing For Honor videos. You know, I'm still gonna go ahead and keep on doing my 2 plays. I'm going to be doing some other videos too, so hopefully you guys will enjoy all of that, man. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait for it, man. I'm just going to try to do my best when it comes with it, because I know work will kind of get in the way, but I'll try to go ahead and get past that, so yeah. And right now I'm on vacation when it comes to work, but once spring season comes around, that's a different story. That's a different story. That's when work starts to pick up. Either way, as we wait for this, I'm gonna go ahead and check on something just in case.
What a show!
I know.
Actually, never mind. They're over here.
Right here. Yes.
Yes, I'm so excited for the Varangian Guard. I've been wanting the community to see this for so long. Because as the person who reads all of the things, I've heard Armored Viking. When do we get an Armored Viking? When do we get an Armored Viking? And the answer is February 1st.
There you go.
So she'll be available February 1st for $7.99 US.
Now they just need to go ahead and add
exclusivity period lasting until the
this type of armor.
That's right.
For the other Vikings, so that way everybody else can be happy.
For 15k steel. So, you know, pretty standard fare there. But don't forget, we've also got a free event pass that'll be going from the 1st through the 22nd, the Varangian Guards Pledge. And then we'll also have the new armor variations. So, yeah.
I'm definitely going to get that Highlander one.
And Outlanders. I'm excited for the Ocelotl. I also, you know, anytime I get more material surface on anyone, that's great. So this is a good armor variation one for my tastes.
Nice.
If chat disagrees, well, that's fine. And then we've also got 3 Hero Fests coming up: Nabushi, Blackprior, and Afira.
Yeah, that was only showed in the trailer.
The Blackprior's Riposte on February 29th through March 7th.
It's on a leap year.
Yeah.
Wow.
So some people will finally turn 4 this year.
Aww,
Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Happy. Oh, we're over here now. We're over here. Happy birthday for you leap year babies. So it is time for us once again, and I made sure that Havoc is forced to watch this in the other room. we've got Community Corner. So let's take a look at some video submissions, video and art submissions from the community.
Community Corner.
I love this segment because I make sure not to see it beforehand.
Let's
so-
see what they have for this time.
It is. I like hate surprise.
I edit the video, so I know.
Yeah.
I pick them too.
That's what we
All
have.
right, so first up, we've got Not Today, Satan, submitted by Ariamus.
What is this?
Dude, that guy.
He's not today. It's not
No.
gonna
Look at that.
Just get him. How is he
the
still
scent
alive?
wants it so
Either
bad.
that's a glitch or
He
something's
might-
happening.
he
I
might
have no
be.
idea.
Then we've got Catgirl Nobu by
wow.
@Humble Shark.
That's cute.
That's great.
Always love a good Nobu art.
Yeah.
She's so happy.
Yeah,
The rest of
it's
them were
very
not
good.
safe for work.
Probably not. Yeah.
Then we got
Bot goes brrr.
submitted by Vidal the King, one of our frequent submitters. Submissioners. Submissioners on a Thursday.
Just we're making up words. So. Oh.
So
There we go.
this was funny because sometimes you wind up in a situation where somebody rage quits and there's a bot there, and you're like, oh, we're definitely gonna lose now, but not today.
Is the bot
Satan.
gonna clutch? Is it gonna clutch?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Man. At least it's Anusha, which is one of my favorite heroes in the game, so I'm always excited.
Yo, this guy
See.
I generally don't have
is
problems
gonna
with
get
bots,
defeated
unless
by a
it's an Anusha
freaking
bot.
bot,
I
dude.
think there's something there. I think we need to look into that.
Hey, man.
Yes, go
I'm not gonna lie, dude. When you fight against the level 3 bots, man, sometimes the bots are a lot more better than people that actually do or actually good at the game. So yeah, don't underestimate
that's
the
good, I
bots.
guess. What?
Especially, whoa, what the hell was that? Oh, that is a
Beyblade.
massive glitch right there. Do you see that?
I have no idea what's happening here. I showed this to Vanessa. She was like, "I've never seen this. I've never seen
Yeah,
this."
that is a
happen."
mad. Oh, he's
That's,
facing a bot.
That's fun.
Yeah, Warden Copter goes.
How is that happening?
That's a massive
So
glitch right
there
there.
you go. Havoc out in the
But no,
other room.
like I
hope you
said,
enjoyed that.
fighting
Y'all at
against
home
the level
enjoyed
3
that
bots,
as
man.
well.
Oh
But no,
man,
that's not all. We've got more.
yo,
stuff.
no joke.
That's very true. Very true. So, oh boy. So we also we've got some content of the week to talk about as well. So I know we're focusing a lot on the Varangian Guard launching next week on February 1st. But hey, guess what? Today, January 25th, we also have a Hero Fest for everybody's favorite War Mommy.
Yay.
That's right, coming out.
Oh!
Extra
Oh!
XP and an amazing new unique
Sick-ass
execution. So
execution.
nice we showed both sides of it because head goes pop.
I absolutely love the perspective from the person who's getting executed on that one. That's how I want to end all my meetings.
And just
Yeah,
But-
just, someone do that to me, please.
I feel like I don't want to go into a meeting with you in the future.
Damn.
That's okay. We'll Skype it. We'll go on Teams. But we have some more content as well, starting next week for a limited time, starting February 1st through the 22nd.
Vow of
A new
Allegiance.
illustrious outfit, the Vow of Allegiance, is available for 20k steel. So again, support the Varangian Guard for heroes who are not the Varangian Guard as well. So that's
Gruesome
cool.
punishment.
Also, a new limited time execution, the gruesome
Oh.
available for 10k steel. Get it while
Jesus.
it's hot.
I see what you did
just
there.
because
I
it's
see. I
That
see
right
what
there
you
hot
did
and
there.
glowing.
It's an event execution.
I love that Holda's just running.
And I'm
around
definitely
with
gonna
that
get that for
over,
the brand new
uh,
hero, man.
somewhere.
I gotta imagine that hurts.
And some other heroes too. Jesus.
All right.
Just grab that right in the eye.
And then
Oh.
we got, don't forget,
That's gonna
it
hurt.
is February 14th coming up on us, which is the anniversary of For Honor. It's not just War Day. So remember, you've got the Honorable Celebrations effect that to get it, all you have to do is log in between, when is it? February 14th and February 22nd. I knew it was around there somewhere. And that it's customizable. It'll match your color swatch.
Which is so cool. Like,
yeah.
I love that kind of. I
Yeah.
love those details. They're always so.
That
amazing.
effect
So
would
the,
go
the
well
fireworks
with
are
that
always coordinated with your drip,
outfit that we
which
got
is the
last
most
year.
important thing.
There you go. Also, we've got, and if you're like me, Brian, and you maybe enjoy the music of this season, well, we've got a special surprise for you as well. Starting next week, you will be able
Hey.
to download the album Swords of Injustice, the original game soundtrack for this whole year, composed by Luc St. Pierre, our very own. And it's
Banger
amazing.
after banger
I
after
know,
banger.
I know.
I saw someone in chat earlier saying that, asking, like, is this a Luc St. Pierre certified banger? And the answer is yes.
It
yes,
definitely
it
is. Yeah.
Dude, this year's
so,
music
yeah, so there you go.
music
So
for
next
For Honor
week,
was
you
awesome.
see the
So I
link,
can't wait
you
to
saw
see
the
what
link
Luke
on screen.
St.
We'll have
Pierre
links
has in
around,
store
but
for
yes,
next year, baby.
ubisoftmusic.fm.co/swords of
the next year of For
and
Honor,
you can
which is going to be
YouTube and download and
happening
re-listen to all the
in
awesome
March.
music that
So
we
yeah.
had,
Find it
so.
on all the places. The Spotify.
All
things
the
on
places,
our
yeah.
playlist
Stream it,
there.
download it, have fun. It's great music. Cool. And also, but wait, but wait, there's more. So for our Marching Fire players out there, we want to just remind you that we have a new Arcade Weekly quest, the Ryoshi's Awakening, running from January 25th through.
Gotta
February
start doing
1st.
2 plays
And
on
also in
this,
the fetch
man.
order planned for this weekend,
gonna be
Honorable
fun.
Slayer Challenge. So in honor of our newest Varangian Guard hero, go out there and be honorable to other people as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
going to
mean,
do that. They're going to do it.
Vikings like killing, and now they have more incentive
There
to
you
do
go.
it.
Right.
So Knights and Samurai, give them hell.
Yep.
At least try to stop them.
Just try. Just try.
So yeah, that about wraps it up. A quick reminder: join our official For Honor. I did that in rehearsal too. For Honor Mints.
Just saying.
For Honor Tournament Discord. The link should be getting dropped in chat over there right now. Thank you for watching. Remember to follow us on all the social medias. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on obviously we have a subreddit, and there's also the @Ubisoft TikTok where we post a lot of For Honor content. So if you like to see Shigoki moving that cake,
Gloves.
follow the Ubisoft TikTok. Do it.
Oh boy.
But we're going to do one more thing as we end the show. We're going to raid Norgaz. And I think, Nolan...
I rate him with For Honor Mints.
Okay,
I
we're
just
going
feel
with For
like,
Honor Mints.
I don't know.
All right. So just
Still makes me
spam For
laugh.
Honor Mints. We're going to raid Norgaz at the end of the show. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Nolan, for hosting with me.
Thanks, Brian.
And, thank me, too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
For whatever I
Thank
did.
everyone.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
and
everybody
we will
behind
see...
the scenes, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we will
like-
see all of you on the next Warrior's Den. Bye!
And the new year of For Honor 2. That's gonna be awesome, guys. That's gonna be fantastic. Well, guys, that right there is the end. That is the end of the Warriors Den live stream for the brand new hero, the Varangian God hero. And guys, I'm so excited to go ahead and play the brand new hero next week, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be awesome, and I cannot wait to go ahead and do a 2-plays on this. It's gonna be fantastic once I do a 2-plays with a brand new hero. It's gonna be fantastic, guys. Also, like I said, next week you guys are gonna be seeing me with the brand new intro when it comes to my For Honor videos. The same thing with the outro. That's gonna be changing up too. And yeah, man, a lot of stuff is gonna be happening next week, and I can't wait. It's gonna be exciting. Yeah, so hopefully everybody's excited for what's gonna be happening. I mean, what do we have next week? I mean, Jesus Christ. We have ourselves. Hold on a second. Let me get out of here for a second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let me go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so guys, hopefully everybody is excited for next week, because what do we have next week? Well, of course, we've had the big one, the freaking launch of the brand new Varangian God hero. That's gonna be fantastic. We finally get to see the brand new heroes, armor variations and armor sets. Also, we got to see the brand new heroes move set, and like like they said, the brand new hero is basically kind of like a combination of the Warlord and Alamusha, which is awesome. We also got to see the feats and the execution. The executions look freaking brutal and sick, so that's freaking awesome. We also got to see that we're gonna be getting ourselves, of course, an event. Like I said before, every single time we have a brand new hero in For Honor, they always come out with a new event, so that's awesome. And we also got ourselves, of course, the armor variations for the Vikings, for the Wooden, and for the Outlanders. Fantastic. And also we're gonna be getting also some event items too right there too. And also they are gonna be releasing the patch notes for, of course, Afida and Shinobi. So that's gonna be great. They didn't talk that much about the testing grounds for the Highlander or Medjai. I think they're gonna go ahead and save that for the next season, and of course the next year of For Honor. So that's gonna be fantastic. And speaking of that, Year 8, yes guys, we got ourselves the announcement of Year 8 of For Honor, so that is fantastic. I did talk about this. I was wondering if they were going to go ahead and announce it on this Always the live stream, or we might get basically kind of like like an announcement trailer, like they did, last year. When we got ourselves, of course, the announcement of year 7. So yeah, but we got it announced. So I can't wait to see when we're gonna be getting ourselves, of course, the first trailer of it. And if you guys are wondering when that's gonna be happening, when we're gonna be getting ourselves, of course, the brand new Year of Honor of Year 8 Season 1, that's gonna be somewhere between. It's gonna be like in mid-March, because they always do that. They always do it kind of like in mid-March. But I expect kind of like a trailer. Either maybe 1 week before the new year and the new season launches, or they might do it on the same week, because sometimes they kind of switch it up. They either do it between a week before, or they do it like in the same week. So we have to go ahead and wait when we get the announcement for that. But also, one cool thing that they're going to be doing for that is they're going to go ahead and basically take some map store from other game modes and put it into the Dominion game mode. So that's awesome. So that's going to be great. So that way people will be able to go ahead and play some maps that they aren't able to go ahead and play in Dominion, because those maps are only exclusive to the other game modes. So now the developers are going to go ahead and get 2 maps from their game modes and basically put them together to create another Dominion map. So that's gonna be fantastic. I like that. And also the way how they're gonna go ahead and bring back some of the old battle passes that people weren't able to go ahead and get them before, or maybe they weren't around, or they weren't playing For Honor at that time. That right there is awesome, because some people, it depends on what person starts playing For Honor, because nobody knows. If when you start playing For Honor, you don't know that this game has had some battle passes in the past, and you basically just start playing the game, and you're thinking to yourself, it's like, oh man, I didn't know that happened. Man, I kind of wish I was able to go ahead and get that at a time. Well, guess what? They're bringing that back, and that is fantastic. And another thing that's fantastic is, not only are we going to be getting the return of some of the previous battle passes, but the heroes that weren't around, or the heroes that weren't able to go ahead and get those battle pass items when they were out at the time, they're going to go ahead and get it. So that's going to be awesome, which means the Magi, the Pirate, Astria, of course, Oceloto, Kyoshin, Afida, of course, the brand new Varangian Guard hero is going to be getting it, but we have to wait for that, because we don't know when that's going to be happening. All those heroes are going to be getting themselves the battle pass items that they weren't able to go ahead and get it before. And that's the one thing that a lot of people that in the For Honor community were kind of a little bit sad that they weren't able to go ahead and get the battle pass items for the hero that's going to be launching in that season, because that battle pass actually fits the hero. And unfortunately, they weren't able to go ahead and get it, because the hero wasn't out at that time, because the battle pass actually launched in the beginning of the season, while the brand new hero actually came out in mid-season. So yeah, and like I said before, the first hero that actually, the first and the only hero that actually was able to go ahead and get some of the battle pass items at launch was actually Griffin. Griffin was the only hero that was able to go ahead and get the battle pass items, because he actually came out in the beginning of the season. He didn't come out in mid-season. He came out in the beginning of the season. So that right there is a bit of an interesting one. So yeah. But anyways, guys, also, yeah, we're gonna begin ourselves 2 brand new heroes next year, so that's gonna be fantastic. Well, the next year of For Honor, that's gonna be awesome. If I have to go ahead and predict which those heroes are going to be, I gotta say we need one for the Wooden, because the Wooden desperately need another hero, man, because they are freaking lacking behind. And who else next? Let's see. The Knights have 9. The Vikings now have 8, because we could begin themselves a brand new hero. The Samurai have 8. The Wooden only have 5. and the Outlanders only have 4. So I have to say, what's going to be the next heroes? 1, we need 1 for the Woonin. That's my prediction. The Woonin is going to be getting their hero next. And then... I don't know what's going to be... It's either going to be between... Yeah. It will either be between the Samurai or the Outlanders. And the reason why I'm not saying the Knights is because the Knights already have enough heroes at the moment. The other factions have to catch up. So that way everything will be all evened out. So that's my prediction. The next hero that we're going to be getting is either going to be a Wooden, or it's going to be an Outlander or Samurai. But when are they going to be coming out? Don't know. We already know that they're going to be doing the same pattern as what they've been doing. One in Season 2 and another one in Season 4. But which faction is going to be getting their hero next? I don't know. I don't know. We just have to wait. We just have to go ahead and wait and see what's going to be happening. But anyways, guys, I'm excited to see what's going to be happening. Next in For Honor's future when it comes to Year 8, and I'm excited, man. It's going to be fantastic. But you know what, guys, we're going to go ahead and end the video right here. Hope you guys are excited and cannot wait for the brand new hero that's going to be coming out next week. I can't wait for it. I cannot wait to go ahead and grind that hero out and get the armor and the weapons for her. And I'm just excited to go ahead and play it. So yeah. But anyways, guys, this right here will be the end of the video, and I will be doing a Warriors Den recap video just in case if anybody wasn't able to go ahead and watch the Warriors Den, because it was like, each Warriors Den is a bit long. So if any of you guys wasn't able to go ahead and watch the Warriors Den, or you basically weren't able to go ahead and watch it live, I will be doing a Warriors Den recap video, so that way you guys were able to go ahead and know what happened during the Warriors Den. But this time, a condensed version of it, not a long version like we got right here. So yeah, it will make things easier for you and for me. So awesome. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Stay tuned, cool guys. Bye.